How do you set up the King's Indian defense formation? Imagine playing a game where you let your opponent build a big pawn center and then strike back from the shadows. That's what the King's Indian defense is all about. It's a favorite among players who love dynamic fighting positions. To set it up, you start with the moves one pawn forward from the king's side and develop your knight and bishop in a specific way. First, move your pawn in front of the king 2 squares forward. That's the move one pawn to d4. Next, develop your knight to f6. This move controls the center and prepares for future attacks. Then, push your pawn to g6. This prepares to fianchetto your dark-squared bishop. Fianchetto means moving the bishop to g7, where it will sit on the long diagonal. After that, develop your bishop to g7. This bishop will influence the center and support your other pieces. Play d6 to strengthen your control over the e5 square and support your knight on f6. This move also keeps your options open for future counterattacks. The next step is castling your king to safety on the king's side. This move connects your rooks and keeps your king protected. These moves create a flexible setup that allows black to respond to white's plans. White usually develops their knight to c3 and pushes e4 to build a strong pawn center. Black's goal is to challenge this center later with moves like e5 or c5. This setup is all about controlling space from a distance and preparing for a counterattack. The key is to be patient and watch for white's plans. Once your bishop is fianchettoed and your pawn structure is solid, you can start thinking about attacking on the king side or breaking through in the center. The King's Indian defense is a favorite for players who enjoy imbalanced fighting positions. It's all about patience, control, and then striking at the right moment. When you set it up correctly, you get a flexible, aggressive stance that can lead to many exciting game situations.